What's up, and welcome in to the Funshop Podcast with Greg and Ronnie. We are streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. What's up, Greg? How you feeling today?
Yeah, man, not feeling too bad. You know, hanging in there.
Doing all right, hanging
Doing
tough?
all right, hanging tough, like the song said.
Yeah. Today is Wednesday, December 10th. It's episode 23.
23, what a magical number.
Yeah, we got, I think, 3 episodes for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we actually realized that Christmas Eve is a Wednesday.
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
We'll both be in town, so
yeah, I don't have anything planned yet.
So we might have a special episode for Christmas Eve, maybe a special guest or two.
Ooh, maybe
Santa Claus,
one with glasses and a white beard, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just said Santa Claus. I was trying to tease it, but then you're like, Santa Claus.
Maybe the Krampus.
Cramp.
You know the Krampus, right?
Krampus. Yeah, Krampus. Yeah, I have a sweater with Krampus on it.
Yeah, he's like he was like Santa Claus's helper, and basically like he was kind of like the bad kids. Like if you were bad, then like Krampus would like come to your house,
kidnap you,
put you in a little basket, take you to the woods, and like hit you with a birch branch.
Oh, that's all they do is hit you with a branch?
Yeah, but I mean, have you ever looked at a birch branch?
No.
I mean, they're kind of like. So yeah, I mean, you get beaten by the Krampus, but then I guess they let you go. It doesn't like eat you or anything,
right? I mean, I think was it like a German thing? Was it kind of like a Hansel and Gretel type? You know, at least they weren't like he wasn't throwing them in the oven and stuff in the gingerbread house.
I don't think so. I think he just beat them.
Tame.
Yeah.
I think what was it supposed to be like Kris Kringle or Santa Claus's brother or something like that? Or am I making that up? Or did I just
Krampus?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't done enough research on it.
I think I saw like that movie Red One. It's like the Christmas movie that came out last year with The Rock.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I watch that at your house? I think we watched it at your house.
It was pretty ridiculous.
I think that whole thing was like Krampus was like Santa's brother.
Oh yeah.
I think that's where I caught it in that.
Yeah. Probably.
I'm not. You know, as a kid, when you're a kid growing up, like the Christmas stuff that you just think it's like woven into the tradition, and then as you get older, they add stuff to it. And then you're like, wait a second, this is BS. They just keep adding whatever. Like Elf on a Shelf. That's kind of a new one. Like I didn't grow up with that. So to me, that's like, dude, that's not Christmas.
I mean, it becomes tradition, right? I mean, the whole supposedly like our whole like concept of Santa Claus like in America came from Coca-Cola.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that was like the original Santa Claus was like the Coca-Cola. I don't know who did the art, but like when they started putting him in ads, that was like the first time they were like creating this like
the marketing
for what's, this jolly fat guy.
And they took it from like the whole Kris Kringle, like
they took it from the whole legend,
German
but it's
thing.
like, if you look at like some of the older like depictions of like Santa, like from the German, he looks almost like a bishop.
Yeah.
Or like, he kind of doesn't look like the traditional.
Yeah. Almost like an overgrown gnome or something.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of like a gnome.
Yeah.
They got rid of Krampus and they added the reindeers. And I don't even think I think even like Rudolph is like its own like copyrighted thing. So like, like I'm going to be surprised like if in some of those like Santa movies, like they won't even have a Rudolph.
Right.
Because then they'd have to pay like
trademark.
extra licensing or trademark or whatever. So I don't know. When did you believe in Santa as a kid?
Of course.
Till like when?
Maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like when I like realized like, I asked my parents for a bike and like my parents got me the bike,
My story was kind of similar. Like, I had my brother, like I had we had like foster kids when I was a kid.
Okay.
Like, so I had like call him like my foster brother. Like I remember me and my brother were like in a store and we ended up buying this like Thundercats. I forgot the guy's name. Remember, he was like kind of towards the end of the series, but like you put like this like piece of like plastic in him and like pulled it and he like spun around.
I don't know, but I'm sure a lot of people watching, like, some of those Toy Depot fools were like, I know what that is. Ronnie, you're stupid. How can you not know that?
So I remember being at like, Caldor's or Bradley's. It was still up in the Northeast. And I remember my brother buying that for this kid, Bruce. And then I remember on Christmas him opening it and it saying from Santa. And I was like, and right before that, I think like I must have been in like second grade or because that's like about like 5, 6, right?
Yeah.
Like I was in second grade and I remember like still being one of the kids that still believed in Santa because everyone was like, Santa's fake. And I'm like, no, he's not, but.
I mean, I don't know. Like, just because, I'm Chinese and maybe, the Chinese American experience had something to do with it, like if Santa was Chinese, maybe I would have believed in it longer. Or I don't know if that has anything to do
I mean,
with
they
it.
do the Korean
I'm pulling the
Jesus.
race
I'm
card.
surprised they didn't do like a Korean or Chinese Santa.
I don't know anything about Korean Jesus.
Oh, you never seen Korean Jesus?
Maybe I haven't. I forgot because I ain't Korean either. So
That's true.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I just thought maybe you. So they don't. Yeah, because I guess in China they don't really celebrate like the holidays
As a commercial thing, maybe as like it's an American thing rather than like a Christian thing.
Do you think still in mainland China?
I don't know.
Not really.
A little bit. I mean,
Japan does. Japan really
I want to say it's family by family. Those people that want to be like, let's be more American. If you want to be more American, it's like, oh, you do Christmas,
Right.
Or it's like, I guess they say in Japan they go eat KFC. Like that's the Christmas tradition there. Like KFC's always real busy.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving as well.
Oh,
it's
okay.
real busy.
Okay.
Yeah, like they'll go to KFC for Thanksgiving. That's what I heard.
I want to find out. Hopefully, I don't know. Fingers crossed. We can.
Good.
That gasp was too exciting. I'm like,
no.
to know what.
I'm pretty sure though, and I'm not quite sure, but I think also in Japan, I think Christmas, and I could be totally wrong, but I think in Japan, Christmas is more of like a couple's holiday than a family holiday.
Interesting.
I think so.
Interesting.
And then Thanksgiving is like a family holiday. And Christmas is more of like, you almost just do it with like your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife, husband.
It's a
thing.
lover's holiday. That's funny because I was going to say, hopefully, if we wind up in Japan during like Valentine's Day, I would like to go to KFC for some chicken loving.
I mean, you can go to KFC in Japan regardless of the holiday.
We might
even find
special, man.
Well, the cool thing about the KFCs in Japan is like they still have those. A lot of them still have the giant like fiberglass Colonel statue.
Yeah.
And it's even got
they're
like
all
real
over the place.
glasses on it and stuff. Yeah, I mean they're just so cool.
I always thought they made Colonel Sanders look more Asian. Like a little, like I always had this theory. It's like there's some up with his eyes.
No,
like,
I feel like
different.
sometimes they do. They like like the Korean Jesus. They want to make them relatable to the culture.
Yeah,
it's
subliminal.
Like,
even though if you don't see it, immediately, like it's there.
There's some like I remember watching like one of those shows. I think it was like The Food That Made Us. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course. I love that show.
Did you see the one about KFC?
I don't remember. I like the soda. I like the soda ones and like the OJ ones, but I don't remember the KFC.
I mean, I'm sure you could just look at Wikipedia or whatever, but I remember the KFC one was crazy because it was like him and his like sons were like cooking chicken, but like there was like another family that they were like in competition with. And like I remember in the episode, there's like this reenactment, and like Colonel Sanders and his son gets like in a gunfight with the other side, and they like kill his son.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
It's like really crazy. It was like a really crazy thing.
I think I might have seen that one. Was like Popeyes involved too? Like Popeyes fried chicken?
Popeye. And the guy who shot his son was Popeye.
Because I remember they were saying like the Popeyes was from the Gene Hackman character in I forgot what movie it was. It was from him. Like Gene Hackman played a character named Popeye. So it wasn't like the spinach Popeye that we know, the Sailor Man Popeye.
That makes sense. Because when I was a kid, I was like, "What does this have to do with Popeye?"
Yeah, they don't even have spinach.
Nothing. They don't have spinach. There's not a little character on the cup. Yeah. Little Brutus. Or Bluto.
But that was the Popeye we grew up with, right? I guess there's a Gene Hackman Popeye that the
that's what they based it on.
From the Dirty Dozen, or I don't know. Somebody will correct.
I always thought it was based on Popeye Jones.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he was a basketball player on the Mavericks.
Oh, okay. Why do you know that?
Just because I remember as a kid, I thought he had a cool name, and I collected his cards.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man.
Yeah,
like, you never come with sports anything. Popeye
that was
Jones.
just like something I remembered as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and his eyes kind of popped out a little bit. He sort of had like the bulging eyes.
All right, we won't go there.
No. I was almost not going to say it, but I mean, if you know who he is, you know what I mean. It's like he's got the Cash Patel kind of thing going on, whatever that is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That So today is Wednesday. This past weekend,
It was a
busy.
pretty busy weekend.
Right? Actually, it started even before that. Friday night for me, I went down to Bellflower to the
How
Toy
was
Depot
that?
holiday pop-up. It was good. I mean, it was the outside stuff was really interesting. They closed off part of downtown Bellflower, and they had school kids singing Christmas carols and people doing Christmas stuff. So it was really really wholesome, on the outside. And then these Toy Depot guys had rented out, or they had a space there, and invited all these toy vendors that we're friends with to come down and sell. So productive night for them.
How was the show?
Standard. I mean,
Standard.
pretty standard. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, I'm not really searching or hunting, so it's like
More new stuff or vintage or
new.
mixture? No, new stuff.
New with a little bit of vintage sprinkled in and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good to see some
It's good to
buddies
support
and
at
stuff.
least, support the homies.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Analog Outlaw.
Analog Outlaw.
That was fun, man. It was whoever. It was a good time. Like, it was busy. I mean, it was busy last year, but I feel like this year was even busier. I mean, it's like once it starts, it's like it was like kind of nonstop, even to the point where it was like 5 and people were still trying to buy. I mean, remember those women came right at the end. They actually bought a bunch of stuff, which was awesome. But yeah, it was a really good show. Shout out Nooner Books, Astralize, who, if you haven't, Bibliomancers. If you haven't watched the episode, it was 2 episodes ago, or 1 episode ago, I guess. 2 episodes
we had Charlie
ago.
last week.
And so you can, it was cool, man. It was such a good vibe. I picked up a few things. I didn't buy too much. I think I wish I don't have it in front of me. I don't think I bought too much.
I didn't have time during the show to go around to look at anything. I walked around before the show started and looked around just to see what tables were setting up and see if there's anything I could find. Talk to a few people, but once the show started, it was there was always people coming and going. And I think they kind of switched the setup a little bit this year. Not this year, but I mean, compared to this summer. So I think switching things around, I think helped out a little bit with,
having the 2 entrances, having Nooners in the middle with a couple other dealers. And so it was it didn't feel as isolated if you weren't in the front room. Yeah. And actually, I think our room, I like our room. I thought it was pretty chill because it's a little bit darker. The mood's a little nicer. We had Johnny and Sue were there. Yeah. We had Terry Stroud in there.
That's right.
We had Mausoleum Books. And everyone else that was there. I can't remember everyone that was in that room, but it was
Exotica magazine, I remember.
They were in there?
Yeah, it was the smaller table by the other door.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
smoking
yeah.
patio.
No, but it was cool. I felt we had a good vibe in the room, and our booth was thanks for everyone that came out.
Always busy.
Our booth was busy. We sold a lot of stuff, and it was fun. It was definitely a fun show, and I think the next one is next. Is it next June? I think.
Yeah, June. I think.
And the summer show is nice. It's funny because I remember in June we had everyone went to Waltz afterwards, and I was thinking in my mind, I'm I wonder if they're gonna have an after. But then I was the problem is it was 5 o'clock. It's already dark.
Yeah.
And so I remember remember last time it's you could still go out at 6:37.
Yeah.
It's still light out.
Yeah.
Which I think just kind of vibes more with an out. I don't know what I'm saying, but.
No, I get it. I'm trying to think. I'm I think I would have been down no matter what, even if it was a little darker out. But it didn't come up this time. No big deal.
I was tired though too, and I had to and then I did PCC the next morning.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was. Why I wanted to skip out after, but I think it was just that time, or maybe I was tired.
Yeah. No, it was good though. I was really happy with the turnout. It was a good show. I mean, it's always a good crowd. We handed out a bunch of Funshop Podcast stickers. So if you're listening from Analog Outlaw, hello again. Thanks for coming by and getting a sticker with Johnny Ryan's awesome art.
If you saw us at Analog Outlaw, drop a comment or something.
Yeah, drop a comment.
Say hello. We had some interesting interactions. Somebody tried to pick a fight with me. They did Muay Thai. They wanted to fight.
That. Yeah.
And I think, just for me, I think this is very interesting because it's the only time I get to bring out like my nude Polaroids and kind of have them on display. And it's always interesting to like, to see who's interested in them and whatnot. And for me, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I wound up talking with more females about the Polaroids than guys would, I mean, not even like, judging or guessing their sexual orientation, but I mean, it's just interesting to see who would be open to, talk about them or ask what they were and stuff rather than, more females than males.
I do notice that a lot of the women that do come to Analog Outlaw, at least from like the people that come to our booth, and so we can only, base it on that. But I feel like a lot of the women that come through, they're always asking for like remember the one girl asked us for like women wrestling.
Yeah.
And they're always looking for like bondage or discipline like women. I just think a lot of the women that go there maybe are into or collect, photos of other women. And, the Checky that you have or the Polaroids that you have, I mean, you had some pretty graphic ones on display. Yeah. And so, I think it's interesting. I mean, dude, to me, it's still interesting. Like, cause I just think it's such a cool thing. And I mean, I feel like now people still kind of don't understand it, but there's been more similar things since then, like in the US.
Like what?
Well, like for instance, I think like Leaf just did something where they're like buying Polaroids, like signed Polaroids by different actors and stuff, and they're putting them like in a card.
Interesting, like the traditional Polaroid, like the
traditional
Polaroid,
US Polaroid, yeah,
in that format.
Yeah, in that format.
So how would they?
But they're like vintage ones. They're not. So they're like buying them secondhand and then putting them in.
Are they? They're not slabbing them, and what are they putting it in packs of cards? Because they
no, I think they're literally like putting it as like a relic in a card. So they're making like they're cutting the card.
Oh, they cut the Polaroid to fit in the card.
They cut the card to fit the Polaroid. So it's I think it's like a giant size card.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't think it's like a regular
like
card.
a 5x7 card or something.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. No, it was something I noticed, but I mean I love Polaroids because to me Polaroids are cool because it's like the person that's on the Polaroid probably held the Polaroid.
Yeah, or I mean, they were definitely there. But now even with the digital printers, like you can print them out.
I know. You have to be careful because
the Instax. There is a quality to it. Like,
that was interesting to me when you were pointing out. You were like, okay, these are definitely like Polaroids, and these are like Instax or prints and stuff. And so you gotta, but they're still cool. I mean, they're basically like signed, either like I don't know, you call them. What, idols, porn stars?
Yeah. Strippers. I guess in Japan, like to use the term like AV idols, like adult video idols. That seems to be the umbrella term over there. Whereas here we're like porn star, where it's like it carries like a weird connotation.
I do. It just somehow when you said AV.
Performer.
I do. It did remind me though, like one of the time years ago when I went out to Japan, I remember though by the hotel we stayed at, there was like this giant billboard.
Yeah.
And it was something about AV.
Yeah.
And I remember like asking my friend like what it meant, and it was like basically like it was something like a sure way to like avoid like sexual transmitted diseases is like watch porn.
Right.
Okay, I guess that's one way.
I caught an STI for myself. That's nothing to joke about, guys. Stay protected. Get yourselves tested.
Yeah.
If you're not having protected sex.
Yeah, that's good advice.
I guess. I don't know.
But so Analog Outlaw was awesome. It was like, I was really happy. And I think everyone, I mean, it seemed like a good vibe to me.
Yeah. I think the only things I bought were like a cold brew coffee and some banh mi sandwiches.
I can't even think. I know that I bought like a cookbook.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It was like Julia Childs or the
French I liked it because it was like put out by Wick.
John Wick?
Yeah, John Wick's cookbook. No, like the like Wick, like the agency that gives out like food stamps and assistance and stuff.
Okay.
So it was like basically a book you could hand out, and they would like show you how to make like healthy meals for your children and stuff. I know. Healthy meals are boring.
Do you remember what era was from? Like 80s, 90s?
I think it was like from the 80s. Yeah.
I always get a trip out of like the 80s cookbooks where it's like cook with your microwave. And it's like every recipe is like cooking stuff in your microwave.
Yeah, I mean, it is amazing what you can cook in a microwave.
I mean, you could cook it, but doesn't mean necessarily
it's
it'll
gonna
taste good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, you got to remember too, like they didn't even know about the air fryer yet.
Oh yeah.
You know, once that kind of changed everything, I think.
I don't own one myself. I mean, what is the game changer for the air? I mean, it cooks things without drying them out completely. Gets them nice, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like pizza rolls and French fries, like frozen foods, like
yeah, like
well
frozen
in there.
foods, or like even if like let's say you get like you take some French fries to go, right?
Okay.
Or you get some delivered, and they're never going to be as fresh when they come out of the oven.
Gotcha.
You can like put them in the air fryer, and they'll like crisp them up,
rejuvenate them a little bit.
them, or like it's essentially stuff that tastes better fried, but then you're avoiding like the grease and shit.
Big boys like me never have leftover fries. We kill them on the spot.
I know, man. I try usually.
Oh man, now you got me thinking about all this, like, you know, bad frozen fast food, like mozzarella sticks and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what happens when you eat healthy Vietnamese for lunch.
That food. I mean, I'm feeling like that food was good. I love that place.
Yeah, you know,
Chateau Lemongrass.
Chateau Lemongrass, where I think
place.
we're 3 for 4 in the past month.
Yeah, well, that's kind of become almost like our go. Besides there, Macei's, that's like our go-to spot for lunch for like the quick, because, you know, it's all about like quick, fresh.
I think
tasty.
Bottom line, they're both Freddy friendly. We can bring Freddy.
And
to
they're both
spots.
Freddy
You can
friendly.
bring
Yeah,
dog spots to Macei's.
Right.
Yeah, Macei's. Have we talked about that enough? People know that's a vegan sandwich place on York in Highland Park.
Almost to Figueroa.
Yeah.
And I think they've only been open for a couple years, but they're like, I love that spot.
Yeah.
I mean, the French dip, they got a vegan French dip, they got a vegan steak sandwich, they got the Californian, which you like. That's what I got. That's what I got yesterday.
Yeah.
The Californian.
I've never had anything bad there. Even like what would we get? Those vegan chicharron.
Vegan chicharrones were good. Yeah.
Bomb.
They were a little salty, but they were Dude, you know what else is really good there? They have really good potato salad.
Okay, all right. That's the next time.
Their French fries are bomb too. I will say, if you do go there, I would avoid the burger. I'm not a fan of the burger.
You know, after seeing Terry trying to negotiate his way around one, it's kind of a sloppy
I mean, I don't
one.
know. I think we ordered them one day and ate them here, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, if I'm gonna eat a burger, I don't want it to fall apart in my hand. You know, and I feel like their patty is like made of like tempeh or something, and it wasn't formed enough, so you're eating it, and like, you know, it's one thing for like the bun to crumble or like, you know, stuff to drip, but you don't want the burger to like be part of that.
I pride myself in being a master messy burger negotiator. Like, I know how to. I feel like I take pride in working my way around a burger so that it stays.
Do you just like inhale like a vacuum? You're just like
it's not as. It's not like how you eat it or how fast. It's how you eat it. It's like,
right.
You know, knowing which bite to go for, like reverse engineering, right?
Okay, I agree, but but at a certain point, like, you don't want the whole thing falling apart in your hand.
You never want the whole thing to fall apart in your
hand. Like, it's
right.
one thing to like squeeze it and for like juice to come out, and like your hands are, you know, you can't like be scared of being messy or whatever.
But I think that's like West Coast burger eating style. You got to keep it in the paper diaper, right. And you got to, you know,
you peel it or something.
Growing up on the East Coast, we didn't have that paper diaper.
No, you know, I feel like the first time that I even like remember that like in my head is like Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
When he eats the burger and it's like it's like in the paper and it's like all crinkly.
Yeah,
and you're like, that seems cool.
I mean, I saw that, like, because I would visit my grandma, like, in their family here from the East Coast, and we would get like a Greek burger place, and you know, they would do that, and it's like, oh, extra paper. So you used to take it off, but now, you know, it's like
it's so to protect it,
to keep it uniform.
Yeah, I mean, I guess once I moved to LA, it was like In and Out. It was like the first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny today how like they're not saying order 6, 7 anymore. But you know, but
bunch of party poopers.
I know, I like when, you know, it's like, it was kind of like I was watching the video and like I don't know, just let people have fun. There's like so much like bad shit in the world right now. It's like let kids have fun.
I look
like
at it
let them yell when they say 6, 7.
And it's like all these kids come. You think they're not going to order food? But
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to order food till they get to that number.
And it's like once the number's done, it's just done. They're not going to just be. It's not like they're like running around and like breaking things and like it's just like let them yell. It was kind of like the Minecraft thing. Chicken jockey.
Yeah.
You know, it's like let them like can kids like have fun again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree
and it's
wholeheartedly.
like such a like. I mean, obviously the stores can do what they want, but
I think the adults need to stop doing it. When I hear an adult do it, I'm like,
oh, dude,
why'd you do that?
Like, why are you perpetuating it? Like, you know what was so cringe was like, you know, I felt like over the Halloween, I was like seeing so many photos of like hip parents, and they're like, "We're going as 6, 7," and you're just like, "Shut up!" Like, please, just go to In-N-Out Burger. I don't know. I just, you know, whatever. Maybe it's just.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, cultural phenomena just happen.
But that's what I'm saying. You know? Like, just let kids have fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
Like, because it's gonna end eventually. You know, like you'll have one kid going. They're gonna be like, order 6, 7, and the guy's like, yeah. It's just like one kid.
Did you see the Grinch meme where some kid did 6, 7 and the Grinch went like 8, 9 or something? He did that, and they, I thought it was a funny meme. I'm like,
that's kind of funny.
That's one way to end it. If you say 8, 9 every time someone says 6, 7.
Well, it's funny because like I also remember there was like this one episode of Three Stooges.
Okay,
and they're like in court, and when the like lawyer gets up, they start playing like tic-tac-toe on the back of his thing.
Okay.
And then they at a certain point, like he kind of feels something, and they turn around and like they say something like, "Hey, Jack, what comes after 45?" And he goes, 46. That's the spirit. I don't know. It was just like it's just like the stupidest thing, but I thought it was like the funniest thing. So yeah, it's like, what comes after 6, 7? 8, 9?
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you know the episode, it's a classic Three Stooges. So
before my time, but shout out to the Three Stooges. Shout out to In-N-Out.
Yeah, there's like there's one scene in it too where like I forget what it was, but they're playing. I think Larry is like playing a violin, and he's like moving the bow, and it hits. Like I think it hits maybe the same, it's either the judge or one of the lawyers, it like gets the toupee.
Okay.
And he's like, a tarantula. And like, they throw it on the ground and start stepping on it. And then like, I think Mo comes out with like a fire extinguisher. I don't know. Three Stooges I love Three Stooges.
I think when it was on when I was a kid, just because it was black and white, it's like, oh, this is old. But you know what's funny because they're acting like buffoons.
Right. It was classic.
Every time I think about that, I always go back to Benny Hill. I was like, Benny Hill was my Three Stooges because it had the kink.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There was always that hope that you would turn it on and then, you'd see some boobs or something.
Yeah, some ladies in lingerie.
But usually it was like, because like you'd have to get it was like BBC, they had a channel or they'd be on, but then it was usually like Doctor Who. And like back then, I mean, now it's like I appreciate it more, but back then it seemed like seemed so boring and like
yeah.
Like you could see the zippers on the costumes and shit.
Yeah.
But now now it's a little more.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. They need to bring it back to that.
But yeah, so. And then Sunday I set up at PCC, which was, man, that was such a long day, but it was fun, like I, again, had like a really good day, saw some people, sold some stuff, kind of went a little crazy. I bought some fun stuff. I don't think one of the coolest things I got this weekend.
On a show, I'll give you the camera.
Yeah. So, one of my buddies, that I, that always at the flea market, my friend Renee, we become friends. We do deals, whatever.
Show what you got.
So he had posted this on his Facebook a while back, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. And so he gave it to me. It's some
cassette tape.
Yeah, it's some homemade tape. It's very, just has that look. It's
an audio comic book.
1987. Brent Wilcox. It says Brent Wilcox, an audio comic book experiment, the pop science story. And Kami, a real dinosaur? I could smell it, says woman. And then Bigfoot Army and Bermuda Triangle.
So is that like did you play it? Is it music? Oh,
sorry.
You're going to survive? You're going to make it to the end of the show?
I don't know. I think it's the Bigfoots. The Bigfoot armies. They're telepathically making me choke.
Oh, no.
Keep it running, Rod.
Yeah, I was going to, I don't know if it's a comic book, like a comic book that's red, or is it music that's supposed to like resemble?
So what I was thinking, if you would so be inclined to, what's the word, like entertain me or let me I don't know, fuck it. All right, so anyways, I have this little tape player. Let's try and see what it sounds like, all right? Let's see. Gonna take a second.
There's only Zul.
There is no
Zul.
It'd be funny if someone recorded over it. I was like
an extra large pizza, plain.
Oh wait, maybe I don't have maybe I don't have the volume up.
It's the father.
Having another day of summer followed by 3 days of winter and fall by the weekend again. Just take old Pop Science's word for it. And for today's science note, let's consider the so-called green epidemic. Now, scientists say it's caused by a bacteria that's probably some kind of mutated relative of good old blue-green algae. And it's been reported to trigger photosynthesis in the skin of those afflicted with the disease. People turn green, and they don't have to eat so often. Besides that, the pigment seems to protect the skin from high levels of ultraviolet light. Even thrives on it. That couldn't be so bad, what with the ozone layer shot to hell as it is. And if the latest reports are correct, some of the bacteria's DNA hooks up with the egg and sperm cells in the human body.
Huh?
So the condition is passed on to up to 50% of their children. That, my friends, is evolution in action. Now back to you, Bob and Katie.
Sounds like drum and bass.
Yeah, a little fusion jazz. Pop fusion jazz.
I think it's the best tape I've ever listened to.
That is some weird beats, man. So it's just like info recorded.
I don't know,
news?
dude. I mean, this is the first. I mean, honestly, it's the first time I'm listening to it.
All right, you guys heard it here.
Hooks up with the egg and sperm cells in the human body.
I rewound it. I think I got to fast forward. Let's see.
Hey, nice pink Walkman, by the way.
Bermuda Triangle.
Buddy was married to a beautiful young architect named Wanda. Buddy himself was in the software biz. He designed a successful line of computer games which figured out your finances. They had names like Money Maze and Asset Adventures. Balancing your budget with one of these was as much fun as searching for buried treasure with a bunch of sorcerers. They had a nice, well-decorated life until Jason arrived.
What about Freddy Cougar? This might be the best thing I've ever listened to in my life.
Kind of like a bad acid trip.
Yeah.
Buddy and Jason never got along. He turned everything upside down, usually on their expensive and tasteful upholstery. When their friends were coming over, he'd hide all the copies of the New Yorker in their place, leaving cheap tabloids with headlines like, "I bought a car from a UFO alien," and "Chinese doctors give birth to two-headed monkey woman." He used up all their...
All right. I don't know if it could get much better than that.
I like the tabloid reference.
Yeah, that was
That's
pretty cool.
That's weird.
He's like, Yeah, so thank you, Renee. That's gonna stay in the definitely stay in the personal collection under really weird, totally bizarre.
It feels like it like slam poetry in a way, with like
Yeah.
freestyle beats in the back, and this guy's telling a story. Of course, his voice and the what is it? The meter kind of
hold
doesn't.
on, I think we should listen a little bit more.
Massive videotape recording In Search of episodes, and documentaries with titles like Big Feet of the Bermuda Triangle.
Bigfoot.
Jason read lots of comic books and slept in the bathtub. It took a year of serious therapy to get rid of Jason. He left as suddenly as he'd arrived. And who could really say why? Wanda and Buddy were in a bad way by then. Buddy was unemployed. Jason had made all his programs widely available on Sleasnet, a disreputable computer network. He'd also exposed their credit card numbers.
This is 87, bro.
Yeah,
Wanda had
you're talking about
close to
computer
a nervous
networks and
breakdown
stuff.
herself, and their combined medical bills were enormous. But Jason was gone. Buddy was free of his alter ego. At least for the moment.
Dun-dun-dun.
The music really adds a lot. It takes you to a whole
Soon
nother
after
space.
this, Wanda left him. She'd been having an affair with Jason, and now found the cured Buddy incredibly boring. Even architecture seemed banal and superficial. The very things she'd treasured about it before.
All right.
Wow.
You guys get the idea. I'll have to probably listen to that more
21st
later.
century romance. There's,
Jason was in his bathtub
credit-
reading comic books.
credit card fraud going on.
Yeah, that was interesting. 80s. He's like
computer
87. He was
networks.
like, he was on Sleasnet.
Yeah.
Damn. Some time travel. Oh, dude, speaking of which, man, I wish I would. I think I brought it up. When I was cleaning out, so I have like a little storage space and I was like organizing it, trying to get 75, 76. When I was cleaning out, I found it. I forgot that in my storage I had a time machine, and I found it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then how come we haven't changed during? When did we become millionaires? When did you go back in time?
We got to set it up. Maybe we'll do that on our okay, well, so there's the problem is there's all these rules. So what it is you have to like, it comes with these little crystals, and you have to put it into this little machine, and you have to dial it in, and then it only works on certain days of the week and at certain times.
Dude, I wouldn't even mess around. Honestly, I wouldn't even mess around with that. There's no coming back.
Well,
I don't want to get stuck in some sort of prehistoric dinosaur.
There is a warning on it to say to be very careful because you could get stuck.
Yeah,
You don't want to start Lugal?
Nah, man.
Rugula?
2025 ain't
Rugula
so
it.
bad. 2025 ain't so bad.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
I'm just saying, I did find my time machine. So if
You
show up one day and I'm not here, I might be building Noah's Ark.
Yeah, oh man, don't go that far
Oh,
back,
okay.
man. Jeez, Lord.
All right.
Go back to at least when I'm alive and give me, last week's lottery numbers, or I'll give you last week's lottery numbers or something.
Yeah, it's always an interesting thing. Like, oh, if you had a time machine, where would you go? And it's like, I don't know. Discount KB toys when everything was on sale.
Yeah, it comes down to like, you're gonna do something to benefit humanity somehow, or you're gonna be selfish, And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be selfish.
I would do something more like, kind of like, remember, like, I think it was like Back to the Future 3, where they were like started playing around with things where it's like, like Doc Brown put an ad in the paper in like the 1870s, 1880s. So he put an ad in the paper, so in the future, Marty could find the old paper and it would be in there. And it was
I don't think
you don't remember that?
I don't think that's how it happened.
It does. It was.
It wasn't anything for Marty to find.
No, or somebody in the future to find, like he put something in the paper so that Because he was trying to remember, because Doc Brown, he didn't know where he was.
He got well. See, Doc got shot, and that was in the paper, and he died, and that changed. Like Marty found out, like how Doc got killed.
But I thought there was a part where they put something in the paper. But okay, wasn't there a part though then where he hides a DeLorean so that in the future it's there?
Yes,
that's what I would do.
Hide a DeLorean.
No, I'd hide like like a case of like 1952 tops or
hide
something. Like hide something where you're like, okay, I know if I hide it here, it's gonna still be there in like 60 years.
All my dad's old Betamax porn movies.
That's what you would do. Where are you gonna put them?
I don't know. Yeah, that formula wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, I don't know, but you'd also have to it'd be like a lot of like trial and error, because like what if I like found some place to put all these like Topps cards and then I come back and there's either not there or they're just like all like
like how can you put it in anywhere where it's guaranteed to still be there in like 30, 40 years?
Well, you'd have to think of a place. I mean, it's like kind of like
a bank safety deposit box.
Yeah, but then you have to worry about somebody paying the fee for all those years.
Paid in advance.
You're like, I want to pay. Here is one nickel I'm paying for the next 75 years.
Yeah, I think that's why in movies they just like, go kill Hitler or like
I know,
save
right?
JFK or something.
Yeah, but see, like that, you don't want to mess around with like history like that, because there's always going to be somebody worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is Bernstein changes the Bernstein Bears, right?
Right.
Or like
Home Depot becomes the Home Depot.
Yeah, it's like somehow it's always corporate with some sort of, it's Febreze, not Febreze, or something stupid like that with a corporate name.
Yeah. It's Nelson Mandela's still alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, PCC was fun. It was a good, it's always a good crowd. We did our thing, and I bought some fun stuff. I did kind of miss out. I was, my buddy Kevin was trying to get me to buy all these like this collection of 36 albums.
Record albums?
No,
Music
like
albums?
photo albums,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
And he didn't. I felt like he didn't really explain to me what it was, and also it's like, it was it was like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like trying to set up. I'm like, I just literally brought like a U-Haul full of crap.
Okay.
And so the last thing I was thinking was buying 36 more albums.
Right.
But then last night, one of the things I got was this like insane like Scientology letter. Like it was something that he had held back for me. And it was this letter from the 70s, and this person was talking about how like, their family was all in Scientology, but he got out, and then, he's become like public enemy number one, and was a what's the word they use?
Yeah, I forgot, like a dissociate or like what, or like whatever word
like that.
term they have.
I remember reading it last night and being like, dude, it's like, it sounded like a movie.
Yeah.
And then I remember messaging my friend and being like, dude, that letter you sold me was great. And he's like, oh, all those albums had to do with a lot of that stuff. And I was like, he's like, I told you. And I'm like, I was like, dude, it was too early. And
I mean,
whatever, I looked at it this way. I said, for whatever reason, the universe wanted the story to not be told. Right.
Or didn't want you to tell it.
Or didn't. Well, I mean, if I would have kept it all together and tried to sell it to sell it as an archive,
Gotcha.
And so, and it would have told us a whole story, but I guess, the story's going to be told in parts.
Does Homie still have them, or he sold them?
He sold a lot of them. He said he still might have some stuff. I think some people I know, but I'm not, it's one of those things where I kind of was like, I just got to move on. And, I don't really know what else was in the books. And, it was like, kind of like, I got a kick-ass letter out of it.
Right.
And, I got it. Yeah. I also, I got this. This came from him too. This card. It's not worth that much. It's actually funny because it's.
Well, what player is it?
It's Alonzo Benjamin Bumbry.
Well, for the people listening, what's the significance of this card?
Oh, I just think it's a beautiful design, and it's also a 1977 Hostess Twinkie. So this actually was so when you bought Twinkies in the 70s, they had the cards in the box. You had to cut these out.
Oh,
so it was
cut from the box.
Yeah, this was cut from the box.
Very nice cut.
And it was funny because I'd sent it to Simeon to just kind of be like, man, this is like a sick design, because I'd never seen it. And he's like, yeah, it's a great set. And he's saying how he's like, yeah, somebody, because he lives in Cooperstown, and he's like, somebody in my town has a full set. I'm so jealous. Because it's like you had to cut the. But I don't know. I just it kind of was like it's not worth that much, but it is funny because there's not a ton of them graded.
You had me at sponge cake, man.
Yeah,
you had me at.
I mean, if you smell it, it might even have some Hostess juice on it. Some cream.
Jesus Lord! Never utter those two words together like
Hostess
that. Hostess
juice.
Hostess juice. Jesus.
I don't know, man. I just
let me see what it was a plethora of things that I found this Sunday. I found like a set of like Japanese 80s like softcore model books. Got a good deal on those. I think I'm sure they go for more on eBay and stuff. They're from the 80s. I like AV idols or models I've never even seen before.
Where'd you get those? Just like a random dealer?
Yeah, maybe you know who it is, but it was on the 3rd floor near the stadium over there, like closer to the stadium.
Oh yeah,
side.
Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know. Yeah,
but it was a good price, and I was like, all right, let me grab all 7 of them. I found outside. I found a book. It was like the history of hentai manga.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, I didn't know there was enough of history to have a whole thick book on. And,
I want to see that one. That sounds cool.
I have it down in my car. I'll show it to you later. I found something like Matrix, those N2 toys, like from the first Matrix, before McFarlane got to the property.
Right.
Got a couple of those. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I found this Miss Saigon frame poster.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it's not the first New York cast because I did some research. Miss Saigon started in 1991 in New York, and they had brought over the London cast. So I think this was like 93, 94.
Yeah.
So I still have to do some research on it. It's still interesting though.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that you bought it. I was like, man, is Ronnie getting into paper?
No, it's funny. Like, I've always liked like certain musicals. It's funny, like over Thanksgiving at your house, we had talked about Starlight Express.
Right.
Like that was one of the weird ones. Like all 3 of us had been to.
Starlight Express, will you answer me yes?
And then it was like Starlight Express and like Cats that I'd been to, but I had never been to like some of the big ones like Les Mis or like Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like Miss Saigon was one that I went to, and just because that was whole, an Asian American thing.
So it's just like kind of stuck in your mind as like one of the plays that you were like,
yeah,
I liked. I remember this as a kid, and
you know what it was? I had a crush on a girl, and we were in chorus together, and she like had a hard on for Miss Saigon. So I was like, I like Miss Saigon too.
Yeah,
but when we did our school field trip to go see it, I didn't get to go.
Why?
So I was all because my grades were bad on a test, and my mom didn't let me go, and I was all worried that she was gonna get all buddy with like my friend. It's like fuck, this girl I got a crush on. And,
right.
They got to go to this musical together, and like I didn't get to go, and of course it was like, stupid high school stuff that you kind of remember, but it's still a great musical, and there's like Vietnam War and like prostitutes and shit. So it's like. For a musical, it's like I don't know if any of the musicals with like prostitutes and shit like that.
Well,
so
no, I
like,
think,
I thought that was
but like
cool.
I think when you're a kid, like you just like you're not sure how a musical is gonna be until like I don't know. Even as a kid too, like my brother would take me to plays, and I was just like, oh, this is gonna be boring. And then like you'd watch it, and you're like, oh, it's like Les Mis even. Like I saw Les Mis, and
but
I was
like music. The music in musicals are always good. Like there's very rarely bad songs in those Broadway shows.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember buying the double album and like listening to Miss Saigon all the time. Like I knew all the songs and shit, Andrew Lloyd Webber was like the man, like in the 80s and 90s in New York.
He was the dude.
It's like, wow, another Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like, oh, this has got to be good.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. I was saying to you earlier, it's
Even
like
though Miss Saigon's not Andrew Lloyd Webber. But
oh, it isn't? I thought maybe he did it.
No.
So, so there's only a couple more markets so there's no markets in January.
No PCC, no Rose Bowl,
PCC,
no Long
Rose
Beach.
Bowl, no Long Beach.
What are we going to
Pierce.
do?
Dude, I'm be hustling. I'll be selling.
Where?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a
Geeking out, La Mirada.
Geeking out. So there's Geeking Out, and there's the All-American show.
All-American show 16th and 17th.
Yeah, so there is stuff to look forward to in January. There's just, as far as I know, there's none of the regular flea markets. So this Sunday is in particularly interesting because this Sunday is normal Rose Bowl Sunday, second Sunday of the month.
Right.
But Torrance, which usually is the fourth Sunday.
Gotcha.
That's like the downtown Torrance thing. They're doing it this Sunday.
Okay. Is it going to be like a normal Sunday flea market, or is it like geared towards Christmas, like a Christmas market?
Well,
type
I
thing?
will say I was, there's this one woman that I bought like this some amazing like lucha libre stuff. Like if you went to my go to Greg's Fun Photos, I think I posted a couple. Like
Okay.
it was cool. Like there's like snapshots from like 70s into the 90s.
Oh, okay. Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah, this guy was obsessed with like meal mascaras. Meal mascaras.
I don't wear male mascara.
Yeah, he was obsessed with kind of this one in particular wrestler, and so there's a lot of photos of him. But Anyways, I remember I was talking to her because I was like, she said she had more stuff, and I was like, oh, are you? Because I originally had talked to her at Torrance, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be at Torrance, but I'm gonna bring she's like, I'm mostly gonna bring toys.
Okay.
Like some kind of dolls. She was like,
Fison.
like a Wednesday doll. She's like, oh yeah, like everybody wants Wednesday, and I have like a few of them or something.
Wednesday Addams?
I think so. Can't think of any other Wednesday. Can you?
Agent Wednesday.
Agent Wednesday, yeah, that's true. But no, I was just sorry.
You want to share what you're looking at with the class? You're in the class. What's so important, Mr. Rivera?
Greg Rivera was
You could share that with the cast. Was texting during class
Greg
today.
Rivera was eating a meatball grinder right out in class. I was not.
Ooh, meatball sandwiches.
Oh man, but Sunday I'll be at Rose Bowl. My friend Eric actually, and his girlfriend Serena, they're going to be selling clothing.
Okay.
I might have a couple things. I brought a couple skateboards that I've had here that I was just like, yeah, I'll bring them out. So a couple cool vintage boards.
I'll try to hawk them for you.
He's trying to hawk them for me. And it should be fun. I don't think I'm going to do Torrance. Like, I'll probably just do Rose Bowl and then just chill because I don't know if I want to drive.
Maybe I'll do Torrance then. Just because Rose Bowl, Freddie, it's more better for Freddie. Torrance.
Yeah.
Rose Bowl, I've never tried bringing him to.
Yeah.
I know Torrance is good, but I'll probably check with Kevin over at Toy Depot, see what he wants to do. Or maybe we'll just, call it quits. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I won't even be in town.
And then I think the last kind of like official flea market for the year will be the 21st. There will be a Long Beach.
Oh, there will be. Oh,
and
okay.
that will be like the last one until I think February. The first Sunday of February will restart. Oh, you know what else is in January? The Arcadia show.
Next paper show.
Next paper show.
You know the day? Like maybe the 22nd, but like
I think it's like towards the end. So it's like So I mean, honestly,
we'll get weekend. Yeah,
the weekends will be busy because it's like Geeking Out. Geeking Out's like what 8th and 9th.
9th and 10th. Yeah.
Geeking Out's 9th and 10th.
All American
show
16th,
is 16th and 17th, and then
paper shows after
paper
that.
show will be the next weekend.
23rd, 24th, or something.
So it will actually be pretty fun. So I won't be set up at the All American show, but I will be at the postcard show.
Okay.
Just as
normal. Okay. I mean,
and
we'll be at all three though.
Well, we'll be at are you gonna have a booth again at Geeking Out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, so I'll bring a couple things there.
Yeah,
I'll be hanging out. That was, dude. That was. I think that's like, as far as like it's different than the All American show.
Oh yeah.
But
right.
it's different in a good way. Like
that's right.
It's much more focused on a lot of like. I think it's like more focused on like vintage like action figures and like 70s and 80s toys, 90s bootleg, that kind of stuff. Where obviously the All American show has that, but then it also has like old signs and cast iron cars and what he did tell me though, and we're supposed to have Jim. Hopefully we're gonna have Jim on the show.
Yeah, a week before, like
we got to talk about his schedule, but soon, we'll have him on. But dude, I think he told me that the chili was vegan.
I was sold on the turkey pesto.
No, I know, but it was funny because remember I said that there was no vegan options, and then I ran into Jim at the market, and he's like, the chili's vegan.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to get down in the chili.
The news flash at the All American show is vegan.
Vegan chili.
Vegan chili, boys.
Dude, I'll get down on some vegan chili.
All right.
You know?
All right. Greg's side quest, getting down on some chili.
I just got to find the private bathroom.
Oh Lord.
You ever do that? Did you ever have that like when you were in high school? Like I remember I found like this faculty bathroom that was like easy to get to without like causing too much.
In high school, the hack was always using the nurse's bathroom. There's always a bathroom in the nurse's office. Yeah. So it's like you go to the nurse's office, be like, oh, I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I used to use the one in the like one of the buildings, but it was like I kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I remember one time a teacher said something to me, but it was too late because I had already used it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was too late. I already crapped my pants.
No.
I was like, I used to do that too.
Yeah, no, I never. Well,
I ain't going to share all the stories, but man, like after baseball practice,
no, I do remember though. I have this one vivid memory though of kindergarten, and for whatever reason, the teacher put me in the corner. And I was like,
familiar. Yeah, that happened to me too.
And I was like, I got to pee. And she's like, no, you can hold it. And then I was like, and I probably could have holded it, but I was like, you know what? F you. And I just remember peeing. I was just like, tss. And then I was like, raised my hand. And I was like, I peed myself. And then, you know, luckily back then, you know, it was like kindergarten, they would like send you with like a change of clothes or something.
Okay, lucky you.
But maybe that was like, I don't know, man. That was like, I guess I was always just very, very anti-authoritarian from the start.
I was anti-authoritarian, and I was kind of like chicken shit. So I was like, be afraid to ask to use the bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
And then I would just like pee my pants or something.
Yeah.
You know, and in some respects, I'm still like that as an adult. You know, too afraid to ask, and
right. I just rather pee my pants.
What's it, metaphorically?
Yeah.
Yeah, like wallow in my own shame. Then
I saw so
speak up.
I saw so there was some comments. Maybe we should check them out.
Comments section. What's up,
Scott?
What's up, Scott Cherry?
Yeah, that was right. Top Spinner from Thundercats.
Top Spinner.
I don't remember what French Connection was in regards to.
French Connection was Popeye.
Oh, that's where the Popeyes come from. What up, FleaCon?
75,
okay,
76.
so that's the joke. What comes after 75, 76? That's the spirit of 76.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's the gag. Of course, Johnny would know. Disorder in the Court. That's what it was called.
Got evil ape crew in the chat.
And then, Scott, the future of comic books it is. And what's up? MCA Evil Ape. It's good to see you, bro. I was just talking about you the other day to who was I talking to? Was it Decon? We were talking about you saying how cool of a guy you are.
Who'd you lie to? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And then what did somebody? I think Scott said something. Somebody said something else.
Butterball effect.
Oh yeah, that's just Johnny trying to be funny. But I don't know if he was talking about the wrestler Butterball.
I think he was talking about butterfly
turkey.
Butterfly effect.
Oh, but instead of like a butterfly
butterball effect. On Thanksgiving, we have the butterball effect.
What's that?
The butterfly effect.
Oh, so it's just like a play on words. It's not. There isn't like something about butterball turkeys that like Mandela effect.
Nah, he's being a screwball.
I do like the butter. I always like the butterball wrestler or boxer because remember that was Butterbean.
Yeah,
Butterball.
Yeah, because he was such a big guy. He is such a big guy.
Yeah, because like if you're a fat, if you're a fat kid, you're like, oh man, I could be a boxer, right?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I could have tried.
You used to think you can.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been in fights.
I've never been in fights, but I've watched enough kung fu movies where I thought I could.
Oh yeah.
You know, where it's like, no, you can't.
I always wanted to get. You know what I want is like one of those little like the little stick things that like the kung fu where there's like.
Yeah,
like you feel like you can do it, like the little like stick trees.
The dummy, the Tai Chi dummy, kind of.
Yeah. It's like kung fu, right? Like, because I remember, like in the like Bruce Lee used it when you're watching like the Ip Mans. Like he gets all down on
the
that.
whole point is to develop strength in your forearms, so you got to keep hitting. You know,
you're hitting different spots. So you can like
it's like callousing your fingers. You know, you callus up the forearms. You know,
yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I just always those are my favorite parts of the kung fu movies where they're just like.
Yeah. It looks cool. That's why they put it on film.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I gotta pick up my phone. Hello. I found this 4S. I was showing Ronnie. Look how cute it is. I need to plug it in, get it working. I don't know. I'm like,
Did you find that at a flea? Where'd you find that?
No. When I was like cleaning out, like when I was looking
Oh,
for
that was
stuff
just
to
one of
bring
your
to
old
the,
ones?
yeah, it was like in a box, and I was like, oh man, that's actually in pretty good condition.
I remember it was like a big deal where they're like, it comes in white.
Oh, was it? Was it a big? Oh yeah, because they were like silver at first.
Yeah,
right?
silver or like black. Whenever they make a white one, it's like it's white, like pure, like the.
Is that how Steve
snow.
Jobs sound? I can't remember now.
I don't know. I'm just playing. Yeah, did he? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. No, did he?
That's my voice when I describe.
Have you
white
watched? Speaking of Diddy, have you watched the new documentary yet?
No.
I kind of want to watch it.
My friend was talking about it, and I listened enough. I'm still on my White Girl Snow Bunny Elle Fanning phase after Predator, so I started watching Neon Demon again. I mean, this is what I've been doing. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Sorry, yeah, but what about the P. Diddy? You watched it?
No, I kind of wanted to just because I know I just think it's funny because like 50 Cent produced it.
Yeah, right.
And it's like
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing, and they bring up the whole idea that he like killed Tupac, or that he had put the hit out on Tupac.
Yeah, we knew about that.
know?
Yeah, we knew about that for a long time, but now to have it in a
Like a Netflix special.
Yeah, it
it's
seems
a little
solidified.
More like you're like, oh,
it's
maybe
real now.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know what the truth is.
But even when it came out, like, we thought it was weird him dancing around to Sting on stage, like at the MTV, was it the MTV Music Awards or something, where he's dancing around to Sting to Every Breath You Take, like after Biggie died. It was like, what the hell?
Oh, right.
I remember when that
that's
happened,
one of
it
the
was like,
things that they said, right?
Yeah, it was like, what the hell? Yeah, and then he made them, the estate, pay for the funeral.
Wait, so you did see it or you didn't see it?
I
Because
didn't
you know
see-
a lot.
I didn't see it, but I lived it. Like,
Oh,
when
you
it
remember
came-
like when it?
Yeah,
You remember
of
like it was
course.
yesterday?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, why did he write the song with the Sting music and he's dancing around, but Biggie died? It was just kind of weird. It was a weird taste.
Right. Well, everyone grieves different,
right.
So
right.
you can't
Meatball grinders.
can't always judge meatball
Well,
grinders.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice hour, and thanks for all the comments, everyone. That was fun. Thanks
Yeah,
for
we got-
correcting my stupidity. I'm glad that we have smart people that like watch. So
We
I'm
got-
like, Dar.
3 left till the end of the year. So
Wait, how many? And like we really want to get 100 subscribers.
right. So
before-
if you're not already subscribing,
Yeah, come on.
please subscribe.
Subscribed.
We want you guys to comment.
just send it. Send a link to like a random person or like your friend or your mom. Your parents. Just be like, hey, can you subscribe to this podcast?
These guys are really cool.
They're really cool,
but
funny.
really needy too.
They're really needy and fun and funny. Yeah, so next week, I don't know if we'll have any guests on, but we will
Yeah, we'll plan it out. We'll have
plan it
we'll have
out.
more
We'll figure
people on.
it out.
Yeah.
And hope everyone has a good night, good weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Remember to like, subscribe, smash the like button, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you feel or you think about the show.
We'd appreciate it.
Ronnie loves hate mail, by the way.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. All right. Peace, guys. See you next week. Ronnie loves hate mail, by the way.